Welcome to our guide on breaking free from sin. It's a journey we all take, and part of that journey is confronting the things that hold us back. Today we'll explore the 7 deadly sins. These aren't just dusty old rules. They're patterns that can keep us from experiencing true joy and fulfillment. We'll dive deep into their consequences and, most importantly, how you can overcome them. We all stumble, we all make mistakes, but it's never too late to learn, to grow, and to choose a different path. Overcoming these negative patterns is possible, and I want you to know that you have the strength to do it. So, let's embark on this journey together, with open hearts and minds. If you find this guide helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on personal growth and overcoming challenges. Lust. It's a word that makes some people uncomfortable, right? But let's be honest, we've all felt the pull of desire. It's a natural part of being human. But when does that desire, that longing, cross the line and become destructive? That's what we're going to talk about today. See, lust isn't just about physical attraction. It's about craving something so intensely that it consumes you. It's about letting that craving control your thoughts, your actions, even your relationships. And I'm telling you, when lust takes over, it can leave you feeling empty, unfulfilled. It can damage your self-esteem, make you question your worth. And it can wreak havoc on your relationships, leaving a trail of broken hearts in its wake.
But there's hope. You can cultivate healthy desires, desires that uplift you, that inspire you, that bring joy into your life. Be honest with yourself about what you're truly seeking. Choose respect, choose honesty, choose love that empowers you, not diminishes you.
When we hear the word gluttony, most of us think about food. And yes, overeating is definitely a part of it. But gluttony is so much more than that. It's about excess, about always wanting more than what we need, more than what's good for us. It's about that insatiable hunger that never seems to be satisfied, no matter how much we consume. And it's not just about food, you know? It can be about possessions, about money, about power, even about information. Think about it. That constant need to buy the latest gadget, to chase the next promotion, to scroll endlessly through social media, always consuming, never content. That's gluttony too.
And let me tell you, it takes a toll. It takes a toll on our bodies, our minds, our spirits. It can lead to health problems, financial stress, and a sense of emptiness that no amount of material possessions can fill. But there's a better way. It's about finding joy in simplicity, in gratitude, in connection. It's about savoring each bite, appreciating what we have, and recognizing that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external things. So let's step away from the table of excess and embrace a life of balance, gratitude, and true fulfillment.
Greed whispers in our ear, more, more, more. It tells us that we'll never have enough, that we need to accumulate, to hoard, to grasp for everything we can get our hands on. But here's the truth about greed. It's a bottomless pit. No matter how much we acquire, it's never enough to satisfy that insatiable hunger. And in the process of chasing after more, we lose sight of what truly matters. We sacrifice our relationships, our integrity, our very souls for the sake of possessions, power, or status. Greed creates a scarcity mindset, a belief that there's not enough to go around. It pits us against each other, breeds competition, and erodes the very fabric of our communities.
But imagine a world where we replace greed with generosity, where we recognize that we have enough to share. That true abundance comes from giving, not from taking. Generosity is about opening our hearts and our hands to others. It's about recognizing that our worth is not measured by what we own, but by the love we give and receive. Cultivate a spirit of gratitude for what you have, and watch as your life becomes filled with a different kind of wealth, the wealth of love, connection, and purpose.
You know, we often think of sin as these big dramatic actions, but sometimes it's the quiet, insidious habits that do the most damage.
Sloth is one of those. It's not just about laziness, though that's part of it. It's about a lack of motivation, a resistance to effort, a willingness to let life pass us by.
Sloth whispers, just one more episode or I'll do it tomorrow. It lulls us into a state of complacency where dreams are deferred and aspirations gather dust.
And before we know it, years have gone by and we're left wondering what might have been.
See, procrastination is sloth's best friend. They team up to steal our time, our energy, and our potential. They thrive on excuses, on fear, on that voice inside that says, "You're not good enough," or "What's the point?"
But here's the thing, you are capable of amazing things. You have gifts and talents that the world needs. Don't let sloth rob you of the opportunity to share them.
It's time to shake off the lethargy, to break free from the shackles of procrastination and step into your power.
Start small, set realistic goals, break down big tasks into smaller, more manageable steps.
Anger. It's a powerful emotion, one that can feel all-consuming when it takes hold. And let's be honest, we've all experienced it. Whether it's a frustrating situation, a hurtful word, or a deep-seated injustice, anger can rise up within us like a raging fire.
Now, anger itself isn't always a bad thing. It can be a catalyst for change, a motivator to right wrongs and fight for what's right. But when anger turns into wrath, when it becomes uncontrolled, explosive and destructive, it can leave a path of devastation in its wake.
Uncontrolled wrath damages relationships, shatters trust, and creates a toxic environment for everyone involved. It can manifest as verbal abuse, physical violence, or even simmering resentment that poisons us from the inside out.
But here's the good news. We don't have to be slaves to our anger. We can learn to manage it, to express it constructively, and to channel its energy in positive ways. It starts with understanding our triggers, those things that tend to set us off. What are the situations, the words, the people that ignite that fire within us? Once we're aware of our triggers, we can start to develop coping mechanisms.
Envy. It's a sneaky emotion, one that can creep into our hearts when we least expect it. It whispers in our ears, "You're not good enough, you'll never have what they have, and you're falling behind."
And in today's world, with social media constantly bombarding us with images of seemingly perfect lives, it's easier than ever to fall into the comparison trap. We scroll through our feeds, comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reels, and that green-eyed monster starts to rear its ugly head.
Envy feeds on insecurity, on the belief that we are somehow lacking, that we don't measure up. It can poison our hearts, erode our self-esteem, and sabotage our own happiness.
But here's the truth, you are enough. You are worthy of love, joy, and success, just as you are. And the only person you need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday.
Instead of focusing on what others have, let's shift our attention to cultivating gratitude for what we have. Let's celebrate our own achievements, big and small, and acknowledge how far we've come. Practice self-acceptance. Embrace your unique qualities, your strengths, and yes, even your flaws.
Now, there's a saying, pride comes before the fall, and it's true. But there's also healthy pride, the kind that comes from knowing your worth, from achieving your goals, from living a life of integrity. So how do we walk that fine line between healthy self-confidence and destructive pride?
Well, it starts with humility. It's about recognizing that we are all works in progress, that we all make mistakes, and that none of us are better than anyone else. Humility isn't about putting yourself down, it's about lifting others up. It's about recognizing that we are all connected, that we are all part of something larger than ourselves.
Pride, on the other hand, isolates us. It builds walls instead of bridges, creates division instead of unity. It whispers in our ears, "You're special, you're better than them, and you don't need anyone else." But the truth is, we all need each other. We thrive in community, in connection, in a spirit of collaboration and support. So let's strive to be lifelong learners, always open to new perspectives, new ideas, and new ways of being.
Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand and overcome the 7 deadly sins. It's been a powerful exploration, hasn't it? Remember, we all struggle with these patterns. They're part of the human experience. But knowledge is power. By understanding these sins, by recognizing their grip on our lives, we can start to break free. Self-awareness and intentional action are key. You have the strength within you to overcome these challenges and to create a life filled with joy, love, and fulfillment.